Hi everyone, my name is Mihika Patel. I am the founder of One Mighty Mama, where I am a mindset and empowerment thought leader focused on providing personal coaching, public speaking, as well as workshop facilitation. And today I'm here to talk to you about the importance of embracing imperfection. And this is something that comes up in a lot of different parts of our life, a lot of different areas of our life. But today I wanted to talk about it specifically in terms of the holidays coming up and hosting events or being part of different events. And I really wanted to talk about a couple of different aspects of it to shed some light on areas that we may not always be able to talk about or we may not always think about. The first one is to let go of those unrealistic expectations. And what I mean by this is the Instagram worthy pictures of the perfect home, well decorated, the beautiful spread on the table, all sorts of different delectable foods, well behaved children, perfectly well dressed host and hostess. And that whole image, it conjures up thoughts in my mind of just stress, just unattainable. And the question really does come down to, what kind of a vibe are we looking to create when we host? And this is something that my husband and I both have reevaluated over the years. Whereas before, the focus was all on perfection. But now we tend to look back and think, hey, what were some of those most memorable evenings that we had with friends, with family? And 9 times out of 10, they were not associated with a formal event, like a wedding or a birthday or something like that. But most often it's when there really is no agenda and you're just kind of hanging out. Maybe you order a pizza or you order some takeout and you're just kind of lazing over the meal and just chatting and having a good time. And one of the signs for me, when I know I'm having a really fun time with my loved ones, is when I'm laughing so hard that I'm crying. And that is, those are some of my most cherished times that I hold so near and dear to my heart because you're having a good time when you're laughing so hard that you're crying. And so part of that is, just trying to think of what kind of vibe we're looking for to kind of get away from that Instagram worthy image. Because what that really does is it plants those seeds of comparison within our mind, within our heart, and it makes us feel a little less than when when our reality doesn't stack up to what we're seeing on social media. And I'm here to tell you that even what you see on social media, it's just simply not real. Um, even people who are able to pull this off, they usually have a lot of help. There's lots of things going on behind the scenes that we don't tend to really know about. So give yourself some grace and just release yourself from that expectation of perfection. And something else I think always helps is, if we're not going to be focusing on perfection, then what are we focusing on? And for this, I really want to focus on my presence. I want to be present, both mentally and physically, when my guests arrive, when my friends and family come and we're hosting. And what I mean by this is, sure, we're physically present, right? But mentally, our heads thinking, okay, well, don't forget to take the tray out of the oven in about 10 minutes and don't forget to put it under the broiler. And, I got to take the cake out of the freezer to defrost it 2 hours before we serve it. And, like all those things kind of go through our mind. And, during all this, your friends are talking to you, sharing what's going on in their life, and you are simply not present. You're not paying attention. And what that tells your guests is that you're not prioritizing them. And that's something that I would never want my guests or my loved ones to feel when they come and spend time with me. So, focus on your presence. Make that your priority instead of perfection. And then, lastly, to kind of redefine what it means to have a successful evening or a successful celebration. And again, this kind of just goes back to, those moments, right? Where everyone's just, had a satisfying meal and you are just kind of enjoying each other's company, sharing funny stories or maybe giving updates. It doesn't necessarily have to be funny, but hey, here's what's going on in my life, the good, the bad, the ugly. And to just be able to share that with people that who genuinely care about you is truly a blessing. And I think when we look at these types of events from that perspective, it completely changes them. And it makes it makes all those memories so worthwhile. Even looking back years later, you think back, wow, that was a really fun time. Good time spent with good people. And so I ask you to reconsider what you consider success or what you consider to be a successful event. Release yourself from imperfection, and also prioritize your presence as opposed to perfection. And so with that, I leave you this week with just some food for thought. And I hope you will consider it. And if you have any questions, I'm always available. Please don't hesitate to send me a DM, comment below this live, and hope to see you next week. Take care now.